Welcome to Curious Mind, the podcast where we unpack the stories, ideas, and truths that shape our world. I'm Anna, joined by my co-host Adrian.
Hey everyone, we're so grateful for our growing community. A massive thank you to everyone who's joined us recently, especially those sharing brilliant ideas in our comments. Special shout out to the listener who suggested Animal Farm in our Metamorphosis episode video. You're the reason we're diving into this today.
Curious Mind is still a new channel and we're building a community of thinkers who love digging deep. So please subscribe, join us, and in the comments share your favorite literature book and how you'd bring it to life in 2025, maybe as a film, a game, or even a podcast.
Today we're exploring Animal Farm by George Orwell, a deceptively simple fable that's a razor-sharp critique of power, betrayal, and manipulation. Written in 1945, it's as urgent in 2025 as ever.
Picture this quote, "All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others." That line alone captures why this book is a timeless gut punch. Let's dive into the farm. Let's start with George Orwell. Born in 1903 in colonial India, Orwell was a British writer who saw the dark side of power, imperialism, fascism, and communism. He fought in the Spanish Civil War, where he witnessed revolutionary ideals betrayed by authoritarianism. That shaped his writing, especially Animal Farm and 1984.
Animal Farm, published in 1945, is an allegory for the Russian Revolution of 1917 and Stalin's rise. Orwell, a socialist, was furious at how revolutions promising equality often birthed new tyrannies. He used a fable about animals to make this universal.
Let's break down the story in detail. Animal Farm begins on Manor Farm, where animals suffer under Mr. Jones, a neglectful, drunken farmer. Think starvation, overwork, and cruelty. Old Major, a wise old pig, inspires the animals with a vision of a world without humans, where animals govern themselves. He teaches them a song, Beasts of England, and principles of equality.
But Old Major dies, and two pigs, Napoleon and Snowball, take charge. They lead a rebellion, driving Jones off the farm. The animals rename it Animal Farm and create 7 commandments like all animals are equal and no animal shall kill another animal. It's a utopia at first.
Snowball, the idealist, pushes for education and a windmill to improve life, but Napoleon, power-hungry and cunning, disagrees. He uses dogs he secretly trained to chase Snowball away, seizing control. From there, things unravel.
Napoleon, with his propagandist pig Squealer, starts bending the rules. The pigs move into the farmhouse, sleep in beds, and take more food. Squealer justifies it, saying the pigs need it to lead. The commandments get rewritten, like all animals are equal becomes all animals are equal but some are more equal than others.
The windmill, a symbol of progress, becomes a tool of exploitation. Boxer, the loyal horse, works tirelessly, believing in the cause. But when he's injured, Napoleon sells him to a glue factory, a heartbreaking betrayal. By the end, the pigs wear human clothes, drink whiskey, and meet with neighbouring farmers. The other animals look from pig to human and back, unable to tell the difference.
It's a story of hope crushed by greed. The animals wanted freedom, but got a new Mr. Jones. Listeners, what part of this story hits you hardest? Share in the comments. Anna, Animal Farm feels like it was written yesterday. In 2025, we're surrounded by squealers' disinformation campaigns, censored narratives, and rewritten histories.
Absolutely. Squealer falsifies truths like changing the commandments. Today, think social media, fake news spreads faster than facts. During conflicts like recent wars, state-controlled media or algorithms bury inconvenient truths. TikTok and Instagram's dopamine algorithms amplify official narratives or silence dissent, just like Squealer.
And AI's a game changer. States and corporations use AI to collect data, monitor speech, and shape public opinion. Algorithms can censor opposition or boost divisive content to keep people distracted. Classic, divide and rule.
Big companies also erase history. Think of platforms banning discussions about wars or labeling critical voices as misinformation. It's like the pigs rewriting the commandments to erase the animals' memory of equality.
Exactly. The public's attention is fragmented. Scrolling feeds, endless notifications. A distracted people, as Orwell might say, doesn't revolt. It's Squealer's playbook. Control the narrative. Keep the farm in line.
In 2025, Animal Farm warns us to stay vigilant. Without critical thinking, we're just animals accepting 2 legs better. Listeners, where do you see Squealer's tactics today? Politics, media, tech? Drop your examples in the comments. Reading Animal Farm was a roller coaster for me. As a teen, I was cheering for the animals. Mr. Jones was awful, starving and beating them. The pigs seemed like heroes, promising equality, but then Napoleon takes over, lives in luxury and betrays everyone. I was shocked realizing, as Orwell wrote, you can never get rid of Mr. Jones. Oppressors just reappear with new faces, same greed, same betrayal.
I get that. I read it at 7 and thought it was a funny animal story. Pigs talking, singing Beasts of England. I loved it. But rereading it as an adult, I saw the horror. The way Squealer twists 4 legs good, 2 legs bad into 4 legs good, 2 legs better shows how propaganda makes people accept contradictions. It's so easy to forget the truth, just like in 1984 with its rewritten history.
Orwell was obsessed with this because he lived it. In the Spanish Civil War, he saw revolutionary ideals crushed by propaganda and betrayal. He worked for the BBC during World War II, seeing how governments spun narratives. That's why he hammers on manipulated truth.
That's why I think Animal Farm is a must in schools. It teaches kids to question authority and spot lies early. It's not just a story. It's a survival guide for 2025. Listeners, how did Animal Farm hit you when you read it? Share your story. Let's dive into the characters. They're the heart of Orwell's message. Each one represents a piece of the power puzzle.
Start with Old Major, the visionary pig who sparks the rebellion with his dream of equality. He's Karl Marx or Vladimir Lenin, inspiring a revolution with ideas of justice, but he dies before seeing it through, showing how ideals can outlive their creators.
Napoleon, the power-hungry pig, is Joseph Stalin. He's cunning, ruthless, using force, like his trained dogs, to crush rivals. Today, he could be any authoritarian leader, consolidating power, silencing critics, and rewriting rules to stay on top.
Snowball, the idealistic pig, is Leon Trotsky. He wants education and progress, like the windmill, but gets exiled by Napoleon. He's the dreamer who loses to brute force. Could he be a modern reformer, sidelined by a stronger rival?
Squealer is the propaganda machine. Think Soviet press or modern media outlets spinning narratives. He justifies the pig's luxuries and rewrites history. In 2025, he's algorithms, fake news sites, or influencers pushing a scripted message.
Boxer, the loyal horse, breaks my heart. He's the proletariat, the working class, strong, devoted, but blind to betrayal. His motto, "I will work harder," shows his sacrifice, but he's sold to the glue faces glue factory. He's every worker exploited by those in power.
Mr. Jones, the cruel farmer, is Tsar Nicholas II, the old regime overthrown for its failures. Today, he could be any outdated system, corrupt governments, exploitative corporations, replaced only to be mirrored by new oppressors.
Orwell's message is clear. Power corrupts and propaganda erases truth. The shift from 4 legs good, 2 legs bad to 4 legs good, 2 legs better shows how easily memory is manipulated. It's a warning to question leaders and guard the truth.
Listeners, who do these characters remind you of in 2025? A politician? A CEO? A media figure? Share your takes in the comments.
Animal Farm sits alongside dystopian giants like Orwell's 1984, Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, and Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. They all warn of control, mental, social, cultural.
1984 dives deeper into surveillance and thought control. Brave New World explores a numbed, pleasure-driven society, and Fahrenheit 451 tackles book burning and ignorance. Animal Farm is simpler, a fable, but its animal characters make the betrayal of ideals feel raw and universal.
These books feel prophetic in 2025. Authoritarian drift, from censored speech to manipulated narratives, is everywhere. That's the gut punch, isn't it? We treat these books like dystopian fiction when they're really owner's manuals for the apocalypse we're sleepwalking into.
It's also existential. Are we doomed to repeat oppression? Can we build a just world? Orwell asks us to wrestle with these questions. Listeners, which dystopian book speaks to you most and why? Share in the comments.
Animal Farm is a mirror for 2025, a warning to stay sharp, question narratives, and protect our collective memory. From Boxer's sacrifice to Squealer's lies, it's a call to think critically.
Huge thanks to our Curious Mind community, especially those who've joined us recently and shared ideas like this episode. Subscribe, share, and comment with your favorite book and how you'd bring it to life. Maybe we'll cover it next.
Let's keep Orwell's lessons alive. Reread Animal Farm, explore 1984, or start a book club to dig into these ideas. The farm is everywhere. Let's not be the animals who forget.
Thanks for joining us. Keep your mind curious, watch for those pigs, and we'll see you next time.